High five to everybody that was able to join us for our 5K. Well
Woo!
done, well done, well done. Rachel, I was bragging about you, girl. I was telling everybody just how amazing you did, kid. And I just shot you an email. I don't know if you saw it, Rachel. Thank you for Rachel's been keeping me in the loop on how she's doing. And you know what, guys, it's so cool. And we were just on a meeting right now talking about our next 5K and the ideas that are coming out. It's so awesome. But just think of it like this. What if we were training right over the next few weeks? Let's say we're going to have another 5K, let's say 6 months from now. What if we were to train and think about if I'm walking pretty well right now, but I really want to do a faster walk that we can get to that level? Or what if you wanted to go from a not moving at all to actually being able to jog a 5K? You know, there's different levels of goals that we can set for ourselves. But Crystal, one of the things that, I know we were talking about, like even having a walking group that we could start in our own area, right? That would be something I'd love to see happen, that we're walking every week, one or
That's
two times a
good.
week together. How cool would that be, right? So there's a lot, and we really want to hear from you guys. In fact, I'd love to open up for those of you that were able to join us for our 5K. Love to hear just a couple of minutes of your thoughts. In fact, I wanted to share with you, Susie sent these amazing pictures. Well, while I pull those up, go ahead and feel free to chime in if you want to. Go ahead and unmute yourself, guys, and or shoot a note in chat. Like, what did you really like about the 5K? What was it that you really enjoyed? We'd love to hear from you. So let me grab, I've got some pictures to share with y'all.
Yeah, and I know some of those are from Alejandra and Catherine,
Oh,
by the
Alejandro.
way, put together the PowerPoint for the
Oh,
5K.
wow. Wow. That's so awesome. Okay, let me go here, guys. So anybody want to share? Feel free, unmute yourself. What did you like most about the 5K? What was it that you wanted to share? I love this picture. This is what a great welcoming committee, right?
Well, in the chat, Brenda is
We have a
saying she liked the fact that it started earlier. I believe it started earlier.
Good looking group.
Susie said that she liked that it pushed her to do more, and then Tracy just liked being in nature.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Love this. This is so good.
Oh,
Some smiling faces, right? It was just so good to get together live, right? And there's Crystal, got the little megaphone out, right? And hearing each other's stories and just again supporting and encouraging each other throughout the walk. It was a gorgeous day. Got a little warm towards the end, right? But it really was a beautiful day. Just a lot of fun. Yeah, just great. Is that Vi there? Yeah, the water station. Thanks
Betty,
to our help,
hydration station.
right? And the whole team, the whole Lacers team. You guys were amazing. Thank you. Took a lot to put together. Look at this picture, guys. Right? I mean, just this finish line, the accomplishment of doing a 5K. It was a wonderful experience just to talk with each other, hear each other's stories. It was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for coming, and love to hear if you have any thoughts on any way that you feel like we can improve the 5K. We were just talking about that as a group, how we can make it even better for you next year. Yeah, so we got some surprises coming your way.
Yeah, we got some stuff in the chat. Go ahead, Catherine.
We have someone that said, I loved meeting up with fellow retirees and all of the motivation. And then Jeanette, I think she accidentally sent me a direct chat, but it says it was great to meet everyone in person and even some of their family and friends. And Irene says that the bonding with each other was great. And then she would like to start earlier in the day to avoid the heat. And then personally, like I honestly think that the best part was everyone had a great attitude. Everyone was happy to be there. They were excited to start the walk, and everyone was very kind to each other. And I think that makes it even greater because it's good to be around people that want to do the same thing and just have a great attitude about it.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
Rhonda said that she loved it. She had a great time.
Mhm.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, and Jeanette loved the tips that Sean gave during the walk.
You're so sweet, Jeanette. Thank you. It was just a great time to be together. And imagine, guys, and again, let's dream about this. What if every week we went on a walk together, but we were training for something like a 5K, right? A 5K is significant. I mean, that is a great distance. And we were also brainstorming on different locations and different ways to celebrate. So be thinking about that, guys. We'd love to get your input and thoughts, but just can't tell you, as team Lacers, all of us just want to congratulate every one of you that came and enjoyed that time together. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you. You being there was inspiring to all of us. So thank you, guys. You did an amazing, amazing job. So with that, we're going to dive into our topic today, guys. We're going to be talking about really this idea of tiny makes mighty. I was talking on our walk with a few of you about setting small goals, setting small, little tiny steps can profoundly make an impact. And we're going to talk about that today. I saw Rhonda had her hand up, though. I don't know, Rhonda, if that was earlier. Did you want to say?
No, I was gonna say, is there any way to find out like who's in our area in case we wanna like, get together with them and do a walk, like find out who's in our area?
I love that, Rhonda. Yeah, I don't know, Crystal. And
Yeah, I would have to find that out for you, Rhonda. I would have to find that out for you. That's what back in the days we had champions in different regions, and we would connect people to that champion for their activity in that region. So I'll see who's out here that's still right now. It doesn't seem like anybody is active in the Inland Empire. So that's an issue. Yeah. So, but I'll see what I can find out for you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Rhonda. Thanks for the question. And it's interesting, guys. I wanted to share with you this statistic that is really interesting when you think about setting goals. According to Scranton University, they've discovered that 92% of people that set any goal, doesn't have to be a New Year's goal, it could be any particular goal. Literally 92% of people that set a goal never actually achieve them, which is interesting, right? The majority of us will set a goal. And let's talk about that, guys, because there's a difference between a dream and a goal. And that's what we're going to talk about today. A dream is really important. It's something that you aspire to. It's something that you want. In fact, in chat right now, guys, love for you to write down, what is a dream that you may have when it comes to your fitness? Now, it could be, I would love to be able to walk a 5K, or I'd love to be able to run a 5K, or I'd love to be able to walk a half marathon, or run a full marathon. That could be a dream. That could be that could be a dream. I want you just to write that down or put it in chat. And again, a dream is something you aspire to. And again, it could be something different. It could be, I've always wanted to, hike Half Dome in Yosemite. That could be a dream. That could be something that you want. It could be, I've had many people tell me this, I would love to learn how to swim. There are many of us that just don't know how to swim. And that's a great dream. But then how do you take your dream, what you want to accomplish, and make it a goal? How do we make it a plan? And that's really what a goal is. It's the actual steps that you'll follow to accomplish that dream, right? So it's really the plan. And today, what I want to help all of us with is to think about what's our dream? What is our fitness dreams? Like, what would we like to accomplish? And I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to see, Catherine, do we have anybody shooting notes in chat that we may want to read regarding a dream that they may have? I think you're muted there, Catherine.
Rhonda says, I would love to be one of those people who can eat whatever they want and still stay 115 or more realistically around 150 and 60 pounds.
You said Rhonda said that? Who said that?
No,
I think it was. Oh,
It
sorry,
wasn't me.
Jeanette. It was Jeanette. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
oh,
about
yeah.
that.
Got it.
I'm
Got
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. I saw your name before in the other chat, but it wasn't
Oh,
you.
okay.
No, it was
I
um
love
and
anybody else.
and like how you were saying, Sean, like I would love to learn how to swim because I don't know how to swim. I love to be in the ocean. I love to be in a pool. I have tried to float, but whatever I do, I can't get myself to actually swim. And
Yeah.
another dream that I have is that I want to be able to run for a long time. Like I don't run. Like I can walk, I can jog. I don't run. I hate running. I'm not a fan of it. I get tired like way too fast. But I love people that like actually can run for like a really long time and they enjoy it. And I wish that I could get to a point like that, but I just don't do it.
No, that's good. So did you guys hear what Catherine said there? I wish I could get to that place. And that's perfect because that's a dream. I would love to learn how to swim. I would love to learn how to love running, right? Those are two important dreams. And I want you to think about it, guys. Write down right now, either in chat or feel free to unmute yourself. What's a dream? And again, it's a wish. It's something that you hope for. Now we're going to see how we can make it a reality. Okay, we're going to kind of bridge that gap. Does anybody else have a thought? Thank you, Catherine. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes, we do actually have another chat from Rachel. She says, I would love to do a 5K in a shorter time and still feel energized. I would also be able to dance, but I want to be able to dance, but my feet want to, but my legs don't agree.
Got it. Yeah. So the fitness to dance and enjoy it, Rachel, without any discomfort. That's great. Write that down. Excellent. And then obviously, like you said, the 5K, being able to do that maybe at a higher pace. And I think that all of us may have a particular level where we are now, and we want to maybe go a little bit further along. That's good. So jot those down for me, kid. That's excellent. Anybody else? Anybody else want to share? Keep them coming. And as you're doing that, Catherine, I'll come back to this. Let's talk about how we make this a reality. Then we're going to get into our workout. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Dr. BJ Fogg. I'd love for everybody to pick up this book. You can go to Amazon. I want to say it's relatively cheap. It's not that expensive. I think it's about $10 to $12 on Amazon. You can get the ebook, I think, but it is such a great read. Tiny Habits by Dr. BJ Fogg. But look, read in between the lines here, guys. The tiny, small changes that change everything. When we begin to take just small steps, when we begin to apply daily little things, now it could be with our diet, it could be nutritionally. We'll talk about that today. It could be with our fitness. We're definitely going to be talking about that today. But what are the little tiny steps that I can take every day? Again, if we stack it up over a week, over a month, over 3 months, over 6 months, over a year, we're a different person. We're different, literally. So we're going to dive into Dr. Fogg's research. I really think you're going to enjoy this, guys, as we talk about it. I would encourage you today to grab a piece of paper, a pencil, pen, or your phone. Feel free to take notes on your phone, but let's get moving first. Let's get into our little joy workout. Yeah, you guys up for getting a little bit of movement in? Let's start with a little bit of movement. So wherever you are, just go ahead and stand up. And we're just going to start with our normal fun movement just to warm our bodies up, our joy workout. Love to have you get in a place where you're safe and comfortable. And here we go, guys. Here we go.
Ready to tap into joy? Let's do this. We're going to start with a gesture of hope, reaching for the sky. Reach up with one arm and release. Other side, stretch and let go. Keep going. Find an easy flow. Palms open. Look up. Touch the sky. Now reach both arms overhead. Big breath in and release. If it feels good, bend your knees to sit back, then rise up as you reach. This movement welcomes you into your body and connects you to the breath.
job, guys. Bye, Irene.
And relax.
Yeah.
Now let's sway side to side. Sway your shoulders. Sway your arms. Sway your hips. This move helps you find freedom in your body and connect to the music. If it feels good, move through space.
Good
You
job,
can turn
everybody.
around, make the movement as big as you like. And let it go. Find the beat and bounce your shoulders up and down. Rock your feet, bounce your heels. Now, try holding your hands by your sides and pretend you're skipping rope.
Go, Crystal. Go, Catherine. Let's go, Irene. Go, Rachel. Way to go, Jeanette. Way to go, Susie.
How would it feel to throw your fists in the air like a kid bouncing with joy? Now relax. Take a breath.
Good job, y'all.
Time to let loose and shake.
Shake.
Shake your hands. Relax your body. Now shake out your arms, one at a time. How about both arms at once? Shake out your legs. Kick it out. Try shaking any part of your body. That was great. Time to jump for joy. Put your hands in the air. Raise your fists. Try looking up. Chin up. Chest up. And if it feels good, add a side-to-side bounce. Lift your heel as you pull your arms down. Lift your chest. You can turn it around.
Got Rachel. Way to go, Jeanette. Way to go, Debbie.
If you want an extra boost, try jumping jacks.
Guys, here we go. We got Susie. Go, Angela. Go, Crystal. Let's go, Irene.
And breathe. Now we can celebrate.
Go, guys.
Bring your hands to your chest and imagine throwing confetti into the air. With each toss, look up. your back heel and open the front body. Add a bounce.
Good job, y'all.
Fabulous. You made it. Now it's time to freestyle. Anything goes.
Here we go. What you got?
Let the music guide you. Take a bow.
Way to go, everybody. Way to go.
Lord have mercy.
Come on.
Lord have mercy.
Crystal, well done. Crystal, you were going, kid. I mean,
You're
come
right, Crystal. Lord have mercy, boy.
on. Bevy, you were moving, Bevy. You got, hey, what if every morning we woke up and just did this? Like every morning, right? That's it. Just a little joy, right? I love it.
You
Well
know, Sean, that that exercise always makes me tired, and it's funny because I feel like I'm someone that like tries to be active, and still like this exercise always gets me exhausted. It's the jumping, it's the shaking, it's the
Yeah.
going around in circles, tossing up your hands, and for some reason like I still get just tired from it, but I think it's an amazing exercise to do.
love that, Catherine, because it's so much fun to talk to someone like you that's still a teenager, right? So you're so young, and it works every muscle group. It's a little bit of cardio, it's a little bit of resistance training, and it's a lot of joy, right? Like one thing I noticed in every one of you as I'm watching you, you're smiling from ear to ear, right? And the beautiful instructor, this young lady, she's so vibrant and she's so happy. Like you can't help but smile, right? So well done, you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's wonderful. Okay, in chat, what would happen if you woke up every morning this week and did even just one move, like the freestyle, like you got up, you hit your favorite playlist song, and you just danced for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Woke up, what would happen? What would happen to your day? I would love to do that experiment. I'd love to hear from you guys too, to see what do you think would happen, guys, to your day if you woke up. Bless, Catherine, bless. What would happen to your day if you woke up with a little bit of dancing and joy?
I think we would probably be in a, like somebody said in the chat, probably a better mood.
Yeah.
But it's something that you said that, Sean, because I remember in high school, you know, we know the old songs that used to come on, and sometimes I would be up at night I would put a cassette in and I would just dance. Just like you said, just by yourself, just dancing, just dancing. Not realizing, like you said, you're really exercising, you know. And we had a Zumba class yesterday. And I mean, it was just dancing. The teacher was 73 years old. Put us all to shame. And I mean, you know, but I mean, just the dancing, just being able to dance, listen to your favorite song and dance.
I love that. That is so good, Crystal. So good. Yeah. What do you love? What do you love to do? And how can we do that regularly? But this is something I would really encourage us to think about. Just the fun part is no one's seeing you, no one's watching you. We're just dancing our favorite song and we're moving, and it's really beneficial for our health and our well-being. Catherine, I see some folks chiming in on chat. Do you mind sharing those with us?
Yeah, for sure. Rhonda said that if we danced every morning, that it would start the day off right. And Jeanette said, I'm sure I would be a lot closer to my goal of losing weight and keeping in shape and starting the day in a positive mind frame. And then Sandy says it's hard to maintain the joyful movement attitude while meeting irritations during the day. Any suggestions? And Ellen says that she would be feeling better and getting more energized with exercise. And I think personally, like if I were to get up and dance every morning doing that exercise, I think I would be more inclined to be more active, because that would be the first thing in the day that I'm doing. And so I just feel with that, I would get warm and hot, and I would probably want to keep doing that throughout the day.
Love it. Love it. Oh, it's so good. Thank you, Catherine.
And Beverly has her hand up. Beverly, if you can unmute yourself.
Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm so thrilled to be here. I usually have a commitment on Wednesdays, so I can't come, but I'm on vacation from my volunteer activities. So I love this. I do a morning stretch, but the morning stretch is sitting down. So, you know, there's a marked difference between moving around when you're sitting down and getting up. And this was like shaking all the cobwebs. I literally am feeling, 200% better. So thank you to all. I'm very happy.
Love it, Bev. Thank you so much for sharing. That is great. Anybody else want to share? Any other thoughts? Love watching y'all move. It's so fun. I mean, you can't help but move without smiling, right? You just can't. It just brings a smile to your face. I love it. Okay, well, feel free to put some more thoughts in chat, and let's go back to how do we do this? Someone asked a moment ago, like, do you have any ideas related to how do we make this joyful movement throughout the day? How do we make it stick? So one of the things, guys, I want you to see this quote. This is from, again, Dr. Fogg. He said, the problem is with the approach. It's not with you. In other words, forming new habits, we often blame ourselves. Like we get down on ourselves, like, oh, I should just exercise more, or I should just eat better. And what Dr. Fogg helps us to understand is it's not a motivation problem. It's really not. It's our approach. It's the way that we've developed our habits. If we're honest, if we looked at our day, we all have habits, right? We all have gotten used to certain things and they just become habitual. Some are really good for us. Some are really healthy habits. Some are unhealthy habits. Like, let me give you an example. One is this, right? Did you hear that? I just got dinged. Did you hear that? That's on purpose. Guess who helped the phone companies develop the ding technology? It was Dr. Fogg. He actually helped the phone industry understand the idea. Do you remember the study, guys? A very famous study by a psychologist by the name of Pavlov. And he found the idea of conditioning animals. Like you could ring a bell and the animal would immediately think of food. He'd feed them with the bell. And then he took the food away and he still rang the bell and the dog would be just salivating. No food there, but the dog would be salivating because they were thinking that they're going to eat. So this idea of triggers and cues and things that lead us. Have you ever done this, you guys? You eat a really good dinner. It's delicious. And you're full. right? Really don't think about food at all. But then you go to a movie or you turn on your TV and all of a sudden they have a commercial and it's got maybe popcorn, or you walk in a movie theater and all of a sudden, what do you smell? Right? And you're not hungry, but the first thought is, I need to go get something to eat, right? Years ago, when in the movie industry, they used to have an intermission and they literally would show a commercial during that time with popcorn and Coke and what have you. And it's smart because it triggers us to think, I want something to eat. I want to have some popcorn. So habits are something that we're going to talk about today. We're going to do some more exercise, but I wanted to just share with you a couple things about habits. The first thing I want to talk about is how small steps, little baby steps every day can have huge results, huge results. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about changing your habits can change your life. One habit that we may want to change, and we do it over the next 30 days, for example, the next 6 months, can literally change your life. Could be your nutrition, could be your fitness, it could be another part of your life. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you a formula today. I hope that's really helpful. And then the last point we're going to dive into is the best way to change your life is to install small habits that fuel transformation. Little things, guys, little things. I'm going to give you an example in just a bit of what Dr. Fogg did. Now we're going to dive into this workout. Now the workout we're going to do in just a moment, this is one that you can break up, guys. This is in your packet. You're going to be able to download this information. You'll have this workout. I'd encourage you to put this up on your refrigerator. We're going to start in a chair. We're going to do a little bit of cardiovascular workout in the chair, knowing that you can either stand or do it in a chair. You have an option of doing both. And then we're going to do what's called a ballet workout. We're going to literally simulate what a ballet dancer does. Now, I want to share this with you. I took ballet in college because I hurt my knee playing football. And I got to tell you all, my conditioning in football, ballet was tougher. It was much harder, honestly, because you're doing things much like Catherine mentioned a moment ago. You're using muscles you don't normally use, right? So when we go through this workout, you may notice parts of your body, you're going to feel it differently than you would doing a traditional workout. So I'm going to take you through this workout. Then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the small steps. Okay. So get in a position where I'd love for you to sit in your chair. I'd love to make sure that you're comfortable in your chair. Okay. And also, guys, as you're sitting in your chair, be sure to sit on the end of your chair. I hope that your chair is not one that rolls, because you do want a sturdy, steady chair, much like you're going to see Brooke here. Okay. Notice that Brooke's sitting upright, nice and tall. Okay. So what I'd like you to do, be nice and tall in your sitting position. I want your shoulders down the whole time. Okay, guys? And here we go. Let's just start. We're just going to start by moving our arms and moving our feet in what we call a light march. Okay? Now, if you want to, you can stand. You can do these movements standing as well if you wanted to, but also it's a little bit of fun to do it seated just to begin with. Again, our goal is just to warm our body up. Nice and easy, guys. Nice and controlled. Now, in just a moment, we're going to go into what's called a seated jack. We're going to do like a jumping jack, but we're going to be sitting down. Okay? Nice and easy. Relax your breathing. Take a deep, deep breath. Inhale deeply, guys, through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good job. You're looking good, feeling good. Okay, get ready for that jack. We're going to go for about 30 seconds. All I want you to do, now, if you want to, you can just raise your arms. You don't have to raise your feet. If you're standing, you can just raise your arms. But if you're sitting, you can put one leg out, one leg out, one leg out, one leg out. Good job, guys. Nice and easy. If you'd like to, you can use both feet pushing out. Good job, guys. Nice and easy, nice and controlled. Good job, Rachel. Way to go, Susie. Way to go, Irene. Good job, Angela. Nicely done, guys. This is a great way to strengthen your core, to strengthen your back, and also your upper body. You're almost finished. Stay with that motion. If you're standing, again, you can just go up with the arms and put one foot out at a time. Okay, second set, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to get some music going for us here, guys. Nice and easy, nice and relaxed. Relax your breathing as you're going. Good job, everybody. Here we go. Stay with it. Stay with it. You guys are looking good. Looking good. Here we go. Okay, guys, second set. Get ready, everybody. Here we go. Raise those arms up. Kick 1 foot out at a time or both feet. Could be just 1 foot out, guys. Good job. That's it. Go, Susie. Go, Irene. Go, Angela. Love it, Bev. That girl, Bev, right. Come on, Bev. Way to go, Catherine. Nice job, guys. Go, Rachel. Good job, Susie. Way to go, Aurora. Go, Jeanette. Well done, Jeanette. Good job, guys. Nice and controlled. Oh, you're looking good. And slow it down, guys. Good job. Go to the march now. Just march in place. Woo! Good job. Now your heart rate should be elevated right now. How we doing, everybody? Feeling okay? Nice and easy. Let your heart rate come down. Let your heart rate come down. Third set, we're going to do that again. Again, if you're standing, raise your arms and put one leg out. Raise your arms and put one leg out. Okay? If you're seated, you can do the same thing. 1 foot out, 1 foot out, or both feet out. Okay? Here we go, guys. Get ready for that third set. Get ready. Big smile, everybody. You ready? Here we go. Rachel, you ready, girl? You got it. Here we go. Come on. Go at your own pace. Go at your own pace, guys. Woo! Here we go. Good job, guys. You're looking good. Good job, Rachel. Go, Aurora. Way to go, Jeanette. Oh, I love it, guys. Looking good, Angela. Go, Catherine. Almost finished, guys. Almost there. Way to go, Bev. Go, Bevy. Good job, Bevy. Almost done. Good job. Well done. Well done. 2, 3, 4, and relax. Woo! Let your heart rate come down. Last set, guys. Relax your breathing. Bevy, way to go. Get that water in. Good job, kid. Way to go. Okay, slow your breathing. Relax your breathing. Slowly let it come down. Way to go, Rachel. How we doing, kid? Give me a thumbs up. Oh, good. All right. Atta girl. Good job. Way to go, Susie. How you doing, Susie? Good. Irene, I'm glad you're getting water. Good job. Way to go. Okay, last set. Again, go at your own pace. Arms up, one leg out, or both legs out. Arms up, one leg out, or both legs. Okay, here we go. Last set. Let's go for it, guys. Come on. Come on. Here we go, guys. Okay, nice and relaxed, nice and steady. Come on. Woo! Here we go. March it out. Come on. Go, Rachel. Go, Susie. Go, Irene. Come on, Angela. Good job, Bevy. Catherine, rocking it, girl. Way to go. Aurora, you got to go. Jeanette. Come on, Jeanette. Woo! Way to go. Way to go. Way to go. And bring it down, guys. Bring it down. Bring it down. How we doing, everybody? Give me a thumbs up if you're doing okay. Thumbs up. Everybody all right? All right. I love it. Okay. I'd like you to stand. Let me pause for a second. What we're going to do, guys, we're going to be next to our chair. So stand right next to your chair like Brooke. You'll notice Brooke standing. Now notice her feet. Her feet are turned out, okay? Want those heels touching together if you can, okay? What we're going to do, guys, is, again, go at a level that's comfortable for you that you can stay. Now, just standing like this challenges our balance, right? What I'd like you to do is place one hand on your chair, and the other hand is going to be moving, okay? I want you to watch Brooke first. This is a simple demi-plie. What she's going to do is bend her knees. Her hand can be right by her tummy. You can hold it right here. Place that hand again on that chair. And in just a moment, I want you to just gently bend your knees. Take a deep breath. Slowly exhale. Good, guys. And here we go. Get ready. We're going to get that movement going, right? Nice and easy. Demi-plie. Make sure your feet are pointed out. Take a look at them just to make sure they're comfortable. Yeah. Good job, guys. All right. Here we go. Now, Brooke's showing you this is a balanced motion. Stay in that position. Good, good, good. Here we go. Gently. Here we go. Lower that hand down. just a little bit below the waist. And we're going to bend those knees in just a second here. Feels like forever, huh? Good, guys. Stay in that position right there. It's just holding this is for your balance. You're looking good. Looking good. Now let's bend those knees just a little bit down and up. Nice and slow. Think of pushing from the heel. Push from the heel all the way through the body. Lower down gently, 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 and then back up. You don't have to go down far. You don't have to go down far. Remember, these are working muscles that you may not use a lot, okay? Brooke's going to use her hand to counterbalance her weight now. Nice and tall. Notice her shoulders are down, guys. Keep those shoulders nice and flat, nice and relaxed. Okay, good. Excellent. Good job. Breathe nice and deeply. Good. A little bit lower if you can. Good job. Well done, everybody. This is a great exercise. Now, Brooke's going to raise her hand out now. Every time you lower down, raise your hand up and then back down below the waist. Out in front. Good. Try to reach almost out in front of you guys. There you go. Good. Excellent. Nicely done. And squeeze out. Push from the heel as you push up. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay. Widen your stance now, but keep your toes pointed out. So our stance is a little bit wider. Okay. Hand on that chair. Place the other hand below your waist. Okay. Again, look at your toes. We're going to bend our knees again. Same motion, but different angle. You're going to feel this in your quads. You're going to feel this in your glute. Tighten your glute as you come up. Squeeze and then back down slowly. Good job, guys. We're going to put our hand below our waist as we stand. We're going to raise our hand out in front as we lower down. Nice, guys. Good job. Now, you're probably starting to feel that in your legs, right? You're feeling that a little bit, maybe in the inner thigh, a little bit. You're also feeling it probably on the outside of the leg. You're also probably feeling the gluteus muscles. Good job, guys. Nice and easy. Brooke's going to raise her hand up and then lower back down. Good, Rachel. Good job, Jeanette. Good, Bebby. Pay special attention to your shoulders, guys. Pay special attention to your shoulders. Nice and steady the whole time. We're going to come out, raise up, and then back down slowly. Almost like you're sweeping, guys, like you're sweeping your arm and then sweep it back. It's a very relaxed motion. Good job. Okay. Stand with your hands on top of the chair, okay, on top of the chair rest. What I want you to do, you're going to raise up on the balls of your toes, stay up as high as you can, and then come down slowly, okay? Again, raise up on the balls of your toes, hold that position, and down slowly. The goal is to come down slow. We're going to work that calf muscle down slow, 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 slow. Good. Now, if you want to, you're going to notice Brooke's going to take one hand off the chair and just use your fingertips on top of the chair. Notice how Brooke's putting just her fingertips on top of the chair. Okay, try that. This is a balance exercise, guys. This is a wonderful way to strengthen our balance by just coming up on the balls of her feet. Now, she's switching hands. Again, just your fingertips on top of the arm, just on top of the back of the chair. Good, guys. Nice and easy. If you have two fingers on the chair, you may want to put one finger on the chair. Switch hands. Again, one or two fingers on top of the chair. Switch arms, hands again. Raise up. Good, guys. If you wanted to make this more challenging, the hand that is off to the side, you can raise that above your head and then bring it down slowly. Good job, guys. Okay, go back to our position. We're going to place our feet, heels touching together, other hand on top. Now we're going to do what's called almost a swipe. We're going to swipe the floor with our foot and point our toe. Notice what Brooke's doing. She's just pushing her foot out and then pulling it back. Push out and pull back. Good, guys. Push and pull. Now notice her hand. She's going to use her hand to balance her weight. You may feel a little bit off balance as you're doing this motion. Brooke's just pushing out and pulling back. Now, if you're wearing tennis shoes, you're just wanting to point your toe and then pull your foot back. Point your toe, pull it back. Good job, guys. Point your toe, pull it back. Nice. Good work. This is a great exercise for the hip region. If you have any hip issues, This is a wonderful way to strengthen that hip muscle. Point and pull back. Good job, guys. Other foot now, same thing. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to swipe out with our foot, point and pull back. Point your toe and pull that foot back. Good job. It looks easy, but it's a challenging motion, especially for the hip region. Allow your hip to do all the work. Point and pull back. Point and pull back. Good job, guys. Notice the standing leg, guys. You're going to notice the standing leg getting a little tired, right? You're going to feel a little bit of a burn in the standing leg. That's normal. That's just, again, your muscles are working. You're strengthening that joint, that hip joint. Good job, guys. Doesn't look like much, but it's a great exercise for the hip. Really good exercise. Okay, now we're going to go out to the side. You're going to stand with your toes pointed out. We're going to point and pull back. Right or left foot, doesn't matter, and pull back. Point your toe out to the side and pull that foot back. Good job. Now, again, this doesn't feel like much, but it's really working the inner thigh. It's working the outer thigh. It's working the hip. Good job. Now, one hand can be on a chair. If you're like Jeanette, you can take your hands off the chair and just point out. You can use both hands and extend. I'm going to point out every time my hands come out, I'm going to push my foot out. Good job, guys. Point out and together. Other side, same thing. We're going to point out and pull back. Point out and pull back. Good. If you're wearing tennis shoes, just go ahead and step it out. Step out with that toe, touch the floor and pull back. Good, guys. Nicely done. Again, one hand can be on the chair or both hands could be off the chair, whichever you prefer. This is a wonderful balance exercise, guys. Doesn't look like much, but it really works that balance, that core, your whole body. It's a really good exercise. Nice and easy. You're almost finished. Nice and tall. Well done. Okay, guys, take a deep breath. I want you to put your hands, both hands on the back of the chair. I want you to walk your feet back, and we're going to just do like almost like tipping water glass, right? Now, Brooke's going to hold this. She's going to put her hands a little bit lower on the armrest and then just hold that position. As long as you can comfortably hold. If you feel tired, you can bring your foot back down. Tighten that glute, guys. Tighten your gluteus, the buttocks. Just tighten that muscle. Hold that position. Try to be parallel if you can. If not, don't worry about it. It's okay. Walk your hands up on top of the armrest. Notice Brooke's a little bit higher now. Good job. Stay in that position. You're going to feel this in your back. Bring your foot down. Let's go opposite foot. Extend. If you want, bring your arms down. Hold the armrest of the chair if you can. Again, Brooke's almost parallel here. You can do that if you'd like or modify it. Again, this is a really good, it's a stretch, but it's also a really good glute exercise. Okay, now what we're going to do, guys, I want you to get comfortable. You're going to sit back in your chair. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. And we're going to cross our legs if you can. Okay, let me pause for 1 second here. This is a very difficult movement, especially if you have hip issues. Okay, so you can modify this. Notice how Brooke is completely crossing her leg. If you want to, guys, you can literally just cross your feet. You don't have to bring your foot on top of your leg. Just cross your legs. Just cross your legs. And all I want you to do is just bend over. Light bend. Light bend. Now, notice if you're in this position, Brooke's going to put her elbow, her upper arm, she's going to put it on top of her leg and just apply a little bit of pressure, right? Now, for some of us, we have knee issues, right? And it's very difficult to be in this position with knee issues. But literally just sitting down in your chair and bending over from the waist, you're still getting a stretch in your back. Switch legs, guys. Other side, we're going to take our left leg, for example, put it over our legs, almost like crossing our legs, and we're going to bend from the waist. Crossing your legs when you're sitting down in a chair, guys, this stretch in particular is really good for the hip. But be careful. Again, if you have a hard time being in this position, don't worry about it. Put both feet on the floor and just bend from the waist. Okay? Go ahead and sit upright, nice and tall. Brooke's going to raise her hands above her head. Inhale and down and exhale. We're going to raise our hands nice and tall. Inhale deeply, deeply, deeply. Exhale down slowly. Good job, guys. Really reach this time nice and tall. Reach up. Inhale, inhale, down slowly, and exhale. Well done, everyone. Great job. Great job. So that is your ballet workout this week. Now I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what did you like? What exercise did you feel like I'd like to do that maybe throughout my day? Be curious to hear from you. Let me unmute here so you guys can share. Feel free to shoot us a note in chat or unmute yourself.
Well, earlier, Brenda said that while she was in college in the early 1980s, that she took a beginning ballet exercise class, and the men's football coach sent a few players to take ballet to improve their football game. I love that.
It was so hard. It was all of these. I was the only male in the class. It was so much fun. And these young ladies were so good. And they were so much better at the movements. And it just taught me a lot about movement. So fluid, so graceful, right? And here I was, bounding across the floor, right? So, like, for example, the demi-plie, guys, putting our toes out, that we're not used to doing that. That's a very awkward position to have our feet in. But the more you do that, just a little bit of a bend and then stand up, you're going to notice your hips improving. You're going to notice your hip. If you have hip pain or discomfort, you're probably going to notice a strengthening in that area. Catherine, I think I see another comment coming in here. I think you're muted there, Catherine. Oh, Catherine,
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Brenda said that you also learn a lot of French.
Catherine, did we lose you? For some reason, you're paused, kid. I don't know why. We're going to come back to you, Catherine, because you're frozen for a second right now. Can you all hear me okay? Just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. It's not me then. Okay. Well, let's get back to our conversation, guys. But I know that ballet workout, that's available for you to do throughout the month. And I would encourage you, try to do 1 or 2 or 3 of those movements. Just a little bit of exercise, pointing your toes out, going down into a plie, and then standing up, down into a demi-plie, and then back up. That can do wonders for the thigh muscle. If you want to tone and strengthen your thigh muscle or the gluteus maximus or even the hamstring muscle, very beneficial. Yeah, Rachel said, I felt the stretch in the calves. Yeah, I love that. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you, Sandy. My doggy behind, that's my little Rhodesian pup. She's always watching me. Okay, let's get back to habit.
Sean,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah,
so you said that this is a very good one. So the ballet workout will be available for us, like a link, we can watch it.
Yes, in fact, so this video that we're actually filming this workout will be available to you in the video format, but we also have it in a written format for you. In fact, let me show you. You guys can see this workout here, right here, guys. This is available to you. And I would encourage every one of you to print this out, put it on your refrigerator. So you can see we did what's called first position demi-plie, then we did second position demi-plie, and then we did a chair calf raise. Did you guys notice just doing that calf raise, how much those muscles are shaking by holding it for 30 seconds? And that's really beneficial. One of the reasons why, as we get older, we start to lose our balance is because our muscles are not challenged enough. So as you challenge your muscles by doing just these simple movements, watch what happens. It improves our balance significantly. Catherine, we got you back. We lost you there for a second, girl. You're all good?
Yes, I'm all good. Thank you so much. I lost service right now. But
yeah, no worries at all. Okay, let's go back to the workout. So there's a schedule, guys. If you want to follow that schedule, that's a suggested workout schedule for you. We would encourage you to do. Let's go back to talking about habits. So 3 simple steps. I want you to write this down, guys, because honestly, you can break any bad habit using this model, or you can form any new habit using this model. I really would like for you to consider getting this book, guys, because it's something that you will really enjoy. Okay, here we go. I'm going to walk you through this. So First step is to get specific. What behavior do you want? Like, what's a new behavior you want to accomplish, guys? Let's say I want to start doing ballet exercises every day for the next week. Okay, that's your behavior. Write that down. But I want you to think about, maybe it's, I want to slow my eating down, or I want to eat less at dinner. That's a good behavior. Or I want to learn how to challenge my body by walking regularly. Okay, second step. Number 2, make it easy. Make it simple. How can you make the behavior easy to do? Okay, so write down, how do I make it easy to do a little bit of exercise during the day? And I'll give you an example in a moment. And then how can you trigger the behavior? How can you be reminded, right, guys? Like, how can you get a little ding on your phone to remind you to do it? Like, what will prompt the behavior? Okay, and we'll dive into this. So, for example, tiny is mighty. I want to tell you a quick story real quick. So Dr. Fogg was doing all this research, and he was not exercising regularly. Can you imagine? He's writing a book, and he's sitting down all day long, and he's on his computer all day long, writing 10, 12, 14 hours a day. And he started noticing his health was declining. And here he was writing about habits. And so he thought to himself, I'm going to challenge myself and see if my research is true. And guess what he did? He decided to start doing push-ups, but he followed his method. First step, what's the behavior? I want to improve my fitness. That was his number 1 goal. Second thing was, how do I make it simple? How do I make it easy? So what he would do is he told himself, I'm going to do 2 push-ups. 2 push-ups every once in a while throughout my day. Just 2 push-ups. That's doable. But then the third thing was, what will prompt him to do 2 push-ups? And you know what he chose to trigger himself, to cue him? To go to the bathroom. So throughout his day, he would go to the restroom, right? Nature calls, and he'd run to the restroom. And every time he went to the restroom, right after he went to the restroom, he would do 2 push-ups. Now, doesn't sound like much. Let's say he goes to the restroom 2 or 3 times a day. 4 push-ups, 6 push-ups, that's it, right? But guess what happened? He started doing this a few days, and he was doing well every day. Like, I got my 4 push-ups in today. I got my 6 push-ups in today. Good job. But notice what I'm doing. This is exactly what he saw himself doing. He was celebrating. He was going, way to go, BJ. Way to go. You got your 4 push-ups in. Way to go. Like a coach. Way to go. Like a grandparent saying to your grandkid, oh, honey, way to go. Way to go. He started noticing he was feeling better every time throughout his day. So guess what he started doing? He upped his 2 reps to 5, and then he went from 5 to 10. So now notice what's happening. So he's going to the restroom maybe 2 or 3 times a day, but he's doing 10 push-ups every time he goes. So that's 30 push-ups a day. And then he went to 20 push-ups, and then he went to 30. See what happened? He developed this prompt. Like nature calls, I'm going to go to the restroom. And then after I go to the restroom, I'm going to do my push-ups. Do you see how that connects, right? Brilliant. So smart that if we applied that same idea, guys, watch out. Watch out. So I want you to write down a behavior, something that you want to improve. Okay, something that you want to change. And Rachel, this hopefully will help, kid, in the question you are asking me on your email. Remember to make it tiny. If it's a new behavior, don't make it big, because chances are, guys, we won't do it. We may do it a couple of times, but if it's not doable and if it's not simple, chances are we won't do it. Here's another question or comment. The way you do big things, the way that you make transformation happen, is doing them tiny at first. So we got to make it tiny, got to make it small. Okay, here's your recipe, guys. B, and I want you to write this down, or you'll have a copy of these slides, so you don't have to write it down. B stands for behavior. What new behavior do you want to change? What would you like to improve? Okay, it could be anything. Exercise, nutrition. It could be spiritually, maybe a time in sacred word, whatever it may be for you, prayer, What's the behavior you really want to do more of? Okay. Next question is M. Now, this is motivation. This is something we're going to talk about. What will prompt you? What will move you? What will motivate you to do it? Okay. We want to identify that. Now, for some people, it's as simple as getting your phone every, let's say, hour or every 2 hours or 3 hours and put an alarm on here for yourself. And it will literally buzz you. An alarm goes off, and I'm going to do my 5 push-ups, let's say, or I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk, or I'm going to do a joyful dance, right? That's it. That's going to be my move, right? That's my behavior. And we're going to talk about A. A is your ability. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, make sure that you know that you can accomplish this behavior and your capacity. And then the last is, what's the prompt? What's going to trigger you? What's going to move you? What's going to motivate you? So Dr. Fogg began to do this, guys. He began to identify what cues us. And this is what he noticed. 3 things. Number 1, what's the anchor moment? Like going to the restroom. That's an anchor habit. I'm already doing it. It's something that happens. I always find myself having to do that. What's the new tiny action? I'm going to do my push-ups. And then the third, so important, celebrate. Clap out loud. If you do your 2 push-ups, yay, way to go, Sean, right? Yay, way to go, Catherine. Yay, way to go, Jeanette, right? So these are the things, guys, that make habits. Forming habits is not about willpower. It's about design and revision. And I want to say this, guys, this is super important. If you find after a week that your behaviors you're not as consistent as you would like to be, don't beat yourself up. Chances are you may have made the goal or the behavior too big, right? Like if Dr. Fogg would have said, okay, the new behavior I want to form is I'm going to do push-ups. That's the behavior. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do 20 push-ups every time I go to the restroom, right? And let's say he did it for a day and then he forgot to do it on day 2. And then day 3, he stopped doing anything and he just did it once. That's gold. That's important data. So if it's not working, if you're noticing your habit not being formed as quickly, look at it objectively and ask yourself, how can I make this smaller? How can I make this tinier? What can I do to make this simple, right? Now, we're going to get into some specifics right now. I want to talk about, but I want to really help you all identify your specific goals. So if you wouldn't mind, somebody put in chat, what is a new behavior that you'd like to form? And we're going to talk about that, okay? So go ahead and just jot down in chat for us, what is a new behavior that you would like to form, okay? And we'll talk about that. And then I'm going to give you a formula so you can do this with any behavior. Catherine, I'll wait for anybody to come in. Oh, I see one. Drink more water. Anybody to come in? Oh, I see one.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And then Susie says to reduce portion size.
Beautiful. Okay, let's take both of those. Let's take drink more water. Okay, so the behavior is I want to drink more water, right? That's the first step. Identify the behavior. Then the next step is what's going to prompt us? What's going to remind us to drink more water, right? That would be the next question we need to ask. And then how can I celebrate? So I'll tell you, Irene, for me personally, what I had to do is I had to follow a old habit, right? That's the anchor. What's the anchor habit? So for me, it's coffee. Like in the morning, it's a habit. I go right to the coffee machine. I make myself a cup of coffee. I sit down, do a quiet time, and then I go to the gym. Habit. Been doing it for years. It's already embedded. So you know what I started realizing? What if I took my water bottle, my big water bottle, right? Just pretend this isn't it, but a big water bottle right next to the coffee maker. That's important. But guess when I did that? I did it the night before. Like I just said, okay, Sean, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to put this right in front of the coffee maker. So when I woke up and I'm kind of drowsy, I look at my water jug and it's pretty big. I filled up an entire water jug. And I didn't say I'm going to drink it, right? But I'm going to fill it up. That's the first step. So now I know that was the first step. I had to prepare that water jug ahead of time. And that allowed me to literally have a water jug sitting on my desk. For me personally, guys, I don't know about you. Like I have to have water on my desk. If I don't have it on my desk, guess what I'll do? I'll spend the whole day without really drinking any fluid, right? So the anchor habit was the coffee. I'm already doing it. Find a habit you're already doing and then add the new habit to that old habit. And then don't forget to celebrate. So when I would drink my water throughout the day, I'm like, way to go, Sean. Great job. Way to go. Susie talked about reducing portion size. Now let's do this. I'm going to take you all to this formula and we're going to dive into this a little bit more. I love this one. This is one of Dr. Fogg's favorite ideas. Forming habits is not about willpower. It's about design and revision. We talked about that. Let's take fitness. I want you to write these down, guys. Just write down after I blank. Okay, after I blank. Just put those words. After I blank, I will blank. Okay, after I blank, I will blank. So, for example, Dr. Fogg said, after I go to the bathroom, I will what? Do 2 push-ups. That's the formula for success. For you, after I blank, what's something that you're already doing? It's habit. For example, brushing your teeth. Every day, you're going to brush your teeth at least 2 times a day. That's a habit, right? What can you add to your brushing of the teeth that will help improve your fitness? It could be standing on one leg. It could be doing your ballet demi-pliés, right? What if we wanted to start doing our pliés every night and every morning that we brush our teeth? That's a minute of exercise right there, guys. And that's every day, twice a day. So can you see how the formula works? It's brilliant. After I wake up, I'll put on my running shoes. So smart. Like if you can get in the habit of walking in the morning, guys, nothing better than that. After I blank, I will blank. He said, after I wake up, I'll just put on my tennis shoes. I could still be in my pajamas, but I'm going to put on my tennis shoes, right? It makes me think I'm going to move more. I'm going to dance. Like after I wake up, I will turn on the radio and dance. That could be a formula, right? What's the formula for your fitness that will improve your fitness? After I talk on the phone, I will do 3 chair squats. Notice how simple it is. Notice how small it is. Because once you get it in this loop, it's ingrained. You don't, we can't stop thinking about it. I love this one. After I turn on the shower, I'll do 1 simple stretch, right? Like if I'm taking my shower, I can stretch my arms. I could stretch my legs. I can stretch my shoulders. Every time I take a shower, it's going to remind me to stretch. That's one way to do it. Okay, let's talk about some other things. We'll go to that workout in just a second. After I blank, I will blank. That's what I want you to work on, guys, this week and this month. After I blank, I will blank. So, for example, I think it was, I can't remember who asked the question, maybe been Susie. After I eat dinner, after I'm eating dinner, or even during my dinner, I will blank. Like, what would help us slow our eating down? Or what would help us to not eat everything on our plate, right? How many of us struggle with that? A lot of us were raised with families that you need to eat everything on your plate, right? And we just practice that. One thing that can help significantly is literally taking a Tupperware dish, put it right next to your plate before you even start your dinner, and cut a portion of your meal and put it in the Tupperware dish and close the Tupperware dish. And if you can, put it in the refrigerator. Now, you can go back and to the refrigerator and unpack it and put it back in the microwave and heat it up, but it takes a lot of work to do that. But what if we got in the habit of every time we have our portion, after I put my portion down, I will cut my meal in half, put half of it in a container, put it in the refrigerator, and then sit back down to eat. That is a very important process. And that is a formula that may work. Let me give you another example, guys. I had a buddy of mine, actually somebody I was coaching. He was really struggling with his weight. He's like, Sean, I just struggle with peanut butter. Like every day, he literally, guys, was getting 5 big heaping tablespoons of peanut butter a day. That's probably an extra 400, 500 calories. Big scooping peanut butter, and he would just eat it, right? And so we started talking about this formula. After I think about eating peanut butter, I will what? So I asked him, where's your peanut butter in your cupboard? And first question was, can you not buy peanut butter? Can you keep it at the grocery store? He goes, no, my family loves peanut butter. Okay, so peanut butter is going to be in the house. So I asked him, where's your peanut butter in your cupboard? And he said, oh, he goes, what do you mean? I said, what shelf is it on? And he said, oh, it's on right at eye level. I said, okay, good. That's good to know, because guess what, guys? The stuff that we grab most is the stuff at eye level. The stuff that's behind everything or down below at the lowest level and hard to get, chances are we're not going to make the effort, or we forget about it, right? So I asked him to try an experiment. Hey, can you take your peanut butter and put it on the bottom shelf and just tell the family the peanut butter is on the bottom shelf? Magically, you guys, like he literally went a week. He's like, Sean, I didn't even think about the peanut butter. He said at first he went to the cupboard and he looked around and he goes, I don't want to even bend down to get it. So it's like just making it uncomfortable to grab the peanut butter was a step that helped him significantly. So what about your physical health, guys? Emotional health, relational health, financial health, or even your spiritual health? This formula works in so many ways. And I want to just encourage you, habits are the invisible architecture of our daily life. They really are. I'm going to pause for a moment because I want to see if you have any questions, and especially want to ask you, when you're talking about changing your personal behaviors, what is something that you'd like to change and you're maybe struggling with? Love your thoughts. Questions, thoughts?
All right, we have a chat. Rachel says, I'd like to get up more during the hour. I tend to sit a lot doing crafts or sewing or reading. I was thinking making it a habit to start or end the hour for 5 to 10 minutes.
I love that, Rachel.
I'm assuming she wants to end it with like exercise.
Yeah, good. So Rachel, let's use that formula. I'd love for you maybe to unmute and let's kind of do a little talk through on this. Okay, so after what would that be? After I sit doing crafts or sewing or reading, I will what will you do to break that? What would remind you, Rachel? What would be a cue that would remind you, like, oh yes, I need to stand up and maybe do a little bit of dancing or a little bit of movement? What would be a good prompt for you? Something that just would immediately remind you.
Well, I was just thinking of looking at the clock, like set a time.
Good. Perfect.
And so if it's 5 to the hour and it's like, I got to get up and do it, or I have to get up.
I love that. Okay, good.
Mark in place or something like that.
Yeah. So specifically, you would have a alarm that you would use. So after I sit down, like as soon as you sit down for crafts, if you can, Rachel, go ahead and set a alarm, for 50 minutes or 55 minutes from now, right? You just want to set your alarm. And I'd love to hear from you to see how that goes. So it's going to remind you for the next 5 minutes. I had to do the exact same thing for myself because I was sitting all day long. I had to put my alarm on every hour just to remind me to get up from my chair, just to move a little bit, take a deep breath. Really made a difference. Really significantly made a difference. So Rachel, is that something you want to try? You want to practice that one?
Yes. Because I've been noticing my legs get swollen, or my ankles get swollen from just sitting too long.
Okay, beautiful. So the formula for you will be after I sit down, as soon as I sit down, gonna grab my phone, go ahead. And this will become a habit eventually, right? So Rachel, I'd love to hear from you at the end of the week to see how that goes. That's good. Good. Somebody else have one? What's
John, sometimes the watches will remind people to get up after a certain amount of time.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've got mine around here somewhere. The Apple Watches are phenomenal.
The Apple Watch will say time to get up.
Technology is fantastic, guys. It will literally, if you set it, you could actually have it prompt you to buzz. And that's why they did it. They know the science. The science is clear that when we get triggered by a reminder, we're thinking about it, right? What else, guys? Anybody else have another one? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What's a behavior you want to change? Something that you'd like to improve upon. And it could be anything. It could be, in fact, let me show you a couple more and then you can be thinking about it. I'd love to hear from each of you something that you can work on this week. Let me show you a couple more. So what about on the emotional side? How about stress? Does anybody ever struggle with stress? Check this one out, guys. After I stop at a traffic light, I'll take 3 deep breaths. What if we did that when we were driving? Every stop sign, every traffic light, I'm just going to do some deep breathing. I'm just going to inhale and slowly exhale. Do you know how important that is for our health, guys? Huh? After I put on my glasses, I'll stretch. So again, that could be a great way to lower our stress. And that could be a cue that's developed. We talked about this. I love this. After I brush my teeth, I'll place my phone in the bathroom. Did you know how much our phone affects our sleep? Having this in our room, waking up to it in our room, just having it cue us throughout the day. The amount of screen time that we have, guys, is significantly related to how much stress we experience during our day as well. That's a good one. How about this one? After I sit down to eat, I'll recite what I'm most grateful for. I love that. That'll slow us down, maybe get us thinking in a different direction instead of maybe emotionally eating, right? Okay, those are a couple more. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys. I'd love for everybody to leave with one exercise, one emotional exercise that you can follow. One thing that you're planning to focus on your habits. Who would like to go next? Bevy, you got one?
I think I would like to, I'm trying to think about the phone thing. The phone thing really affects me too. Like at night, I think I remember, I don't know if it was earlier, like I think in the year, no, I think it was last year. I was actively trying to put my phone away before bed. And I was able to do it for like a little while, but then I just kind of relapsed back into that habit of having my phone with me in bed. So I think I would like to try and keep my phone away from me for like a little while. So that way like I can sleep comfortably and not stay in bed with my phone with my screen in my face.
I love it, Catherine. Okay, so let's help Catherine out, guys. So Catherine, we want to get your thoughts. After I what? After I blank, I will what? So after I go to bed, or is it before bed?
No. I guess, you know what? I guess I do have a like a routine before I go to bed. So maybe after I wash my face and brush my teeth, I will put my phone 10 feet, no, like 20 feet away from me.
I love it. Okay, so what did you guys all hear? Did you see what just happened with Catherine there? After I go to bed, or even before you go to bed, right? What I've discovered, putting this in the bathroom, putting my phone in the away from my bed, so I literally have to get up to get it, or I'll sometimes leave it downstairs. It's so much better. So much better. Some people have even applied the no phone in your room rule. Like, don't bring your phone into your bedroom, right? Just leave it, because it's just too easy to sit and scroll, and we see our screen time increasing dramatically. So Catherine, so after, let's hear your formula again. After I blank, what would it be again?
Okay. After I wash my face and brush my teeth, I will set my phone at least 20 feet away from me.
That's great. It's so good. Excellent. That's really good. Who's next? What's the next thing? I'd love to hear from you guys. See, Rachel. Looks like Rachel got one there. Oh, yeah, that was her old comment. Good, Rachel. Anybody else want to share? What's something you really want to improve upon? Something you want to change behavior-wise?
Rhonda, go ahead.
Okay. Sean, yesterday on the news, they were saying that now research has shown that it is good to do a little exercising at night, because it helps you sleep better. So do you think that that's true? And, I find that when I exercise, because a lot of times I don't get a chance to exercise until later on in the evening, and I do find it's helpful. And maybe for people who have a hard time sleeping, that might be something they want to do before they go to bed.
That's so good, Rhonda. That just came out. There used to be a lot of controversy on this. They literally would say, don't exercise at night because you're going to raise adrenaline. You're going to find yourself not sleeping well. Latest research is showing that you sleep better when you move your body. And also, it's a significant way to de-stress. And at the same time, guys, if you think about this too, it's a way to relax your body. It's a way to move smoothly into your evening. So doing a form of activity before bedtime, it does depend on some people. Maybe it's like a couple of hours or maybe immediately after dinner. That's a great habit to get into too, guys. Eating dinner and then moving after dinner is a wonderful way to improve digestion and blood sugar levels. So if you can get in the habit of doing a walk or stretching or any kind of movement, light movement after dinner, phenomenal way. And that can also help you with your sleep and your stress. So Rhonda, thanks for bringing that up because it's on the news literally over the last 2 days, how research is now showing movement, any form of movement after dinner time in the evening is very beneficial, very beneficial. So I would highly recommend that. So again, after dinner, I will move my body. I'll go for a light walk. I'll do some light stretching. It could be anything like that. Get in that rhythm of a habit, guys. That'll change your life. That'll literally change your life. It's good. Okay, I want to hear a couple more before we chime off, guys. Anybody else want to share? What's your formula? What are you going to work on over the next few weeks? After I blank, I will what?
Hey, how about I want to share something? After I watch the evening news, I'll do some weightlifting. So I lift weights a little bit.
I love it, Ellen.
I miss a few days, and then last night I did it again. I do my weights and I feel much better.
Ellen, that's perfect. So it sounds like you've already gotten in the rhythm of watching the evening news, right? That's a great anchor habit. And now you're going to do a little bit of movement, right? Like right after. I love that. That's perfect.
Yes.
Great job.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank
Let
you.
us know how that goes.
All right.
Really
Thank you.
good.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
I do have a little bit to share.
Yeah.
Usually I have my cell phone, long time ago, I have my cell phone far away from my bedroom at night. But then lately I leave my phone on the nightstand next to my bed, but I muted it before I go to bed. So even there's any messages from the internet or anything, I won't hear it. So I actually mute it. The reason for that is because one time, I think it's probably several months ago or last year, I had some problem. All of a sudden, I have not just the cramps, but something that prevent me to even getting up. All of a sudden, I think I have something with my muscle, some issue, and I cannot even get up. It was so painful. And I tried to call and happened to be my husband. He is just away having breakfast with a friend, and he's not home, and his phone is not even on mute. He was just put it on vibrate. So I guess in the restaurant and talking with friends, he doesn't hear my phone call. So I feel pretty frustrated when you needed it and you cannot even get up and go to the certain room to get the phone. So maybe because now that we are in the senior age, it's a little different. Something all of a sudden could happen, and that was only happened one time. It was the first time it ever happened to me. So later on, I have to use the stick to walk for a few days. I mean, kind of help me a little bit, and then I go back to normal. So, something, that's my experience I want to share. So maybe that's the reason, one of the reason I have my phone. But then I found out that no, I don't want to put it right bay. I muted it when I go to bed. So it
Right.
won't, yeah, bother.
Yeah. No, it's so helpful to have a phone nearby, especially for emergencies. It's so important.
Yeah.
And to have the ability to contact someone as well. But I think what you're doing, Ellen, is phenomenal. And I think it's a great way to remind all of us that we want to control our technology, right? We don't want our
Right.
technology to control us. So I think that's a really good suggestion. Thank you for
No,
sharing. Appreciate
thank you. Thank
appreciate
you.
the thoughts. Jeanette, I see your hand up, kid. Did you want to share?
Yes. Trying to remember now which one it was. Uh,
Sorry.
oh, yes. I am in a lot of Zoom groups.
Hmm.
So I sit a lot of, and so what I did just now was I heard a noise, and that prompted me to get up to go look to find out what was going on. And that made me walk to search, and I felt a lot better because I've been sitting for a while. And so then that reminded me what I had started doing a few years back during the pandemic is doing something while I'm in the Zoom or whatever type of session. So sorting things and walking around, and that allows me to move my body and not sit tied to the screen for so long. I'm also a TV holic. So watching TV, excuse my voice, I have a cold. Watching TV, I watch a lot of network TV. So when the commercials come on, I stand up and walk as I fast forward through the commercials because I record most of the things. So that gives me a little burst of energy to stand up and walk as I fast forward through the commercials, and then I sit back and go back to whatever I was doing.
That is great, Jeanette. That'll change your life. That literally, so many of us have become more sedentary because of the pandemic, and it's been very difficult. We actually, guys, if you think about it, excuse me, we formed new habits during that time, and that's why rebuilding and recreating new habits, we need to be really gentle and kind to ourselves, give ourselves a lot of grace, because we may be watching more TV than normal. I find myself, guys, like I literally will look at it's interesting when they show you your screen time, right? Like sometimes I'll just be in that habit of just looking for something to entertain myself with on the phone. I don't know if y'all do that, but I started becoming more aware of it. Like I don't need my phone. In fact, I feel more at peace when I'm not on my phone and watching. As we probably have seen, it's good to be informed, but at the same time, there's so much coming at us. There's so much information. It can lead us to be stressed and anxious. So applying some healthy boundaries to our technology, and also what everybody's been sharing, like looking at our day, because guys, here's the fun part, and do this, guys. Please try this. This is life-changing. Look at your behavior, like write down a day. Like, what do you do during the day? Like, how much are you sitting during the day? I was amazed. Like my profession is in the fitness world, how much I was sitting during the day writing, right? And I recognized that. I thought, oh my goodness, Sean, I've got to break up my day. Like Jeanette was just sharing, like break up my day, little bits, like 30 seconds of movement, 60 seconds of movement. And I felt so much better. And then I started realizing, well, what if I got a standing desk? Like I've got a standing desk now where I stand most of my day, right? I'll sit when I have to really get into a project or something, but then I'll stand a lot, right? Most of my meetings now standing, and that's so good because I can move. I can actually, it relieves any kind of back pain, discomfort. So identify what it is you really want to start changing, guys, whether it's nutrition, whether it's fitness, whether it's relational health. Like, what if we just did this? Every time you walk in the door, if you have children or grandchildren or your spouse or even a neighbor or a friend, what if we got in the habit of every time we saw our loved one, we just went right up to them and gave them a hug? And it was a good long 10-second hug, right? They'll probably look at you and say, well, what are you doing? Right? That's such a long hug. But what if we got in the habit of just doing that? when we see our loved ones, right? If we got in the habit of doing that, what would that do to our emotional and our relational health? Just that simple act. Simple, right? But there's so much to try. I really want to encourage you this week, this month, to really focus on one behavior that you'd like to apply this new Tiny Habits. If you want, pick up that book, Tiny Habits, Dr. BJ Fogg. Let me show you that again, guys, real quick, and then I'll say goodbye to everybody. Dr. BJ Fogg, Tiny Habits. Here it is. Great, great book. Here we go. Let me show it to you guys. You can get on Amazon. You can go. I've got it somewhere here close to me. It's one of my favorite reads. He writes in such a way that he's taken years of research and now he's put it into a way that really helps us improve any aspect of our life. He's a phenomenal researcher, but a brilliant writer as well. So it's called Tiny Habits by Dr. BJ Fogg. Love for you to pick it up. Again, if you want to learn more about that habit. This week, for your exercise, you have options, guys. Really dive into the movements, especially the ballet movements that we were doing. Do the joy stuff that we were doing. And then next month, we're going to be diving into a whole nother set of movements, a little bit of different type of exercise that we're going to be doing next time. So I want to encourage you to come and join us. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. If anybody has any questions, I'll stick around for a couple more minutes and happy to chat with you. But thank you guys for coming. Thanks for coming today.